Oh, I'm muted. Hello, hello. How are you? Unmute myself. Okay. Hi. All right. We're together again. Merry Christmas. Hi. Okay. Hold on. Actually, oh, someone's drinking Gemini in Ohio. Donna. That's brave to drink Gemini in the middle of winter. I love it. That's a super summer tea. Summer solstice. Great. Happy solstice. Great. We have a beautiful ritual tonight. I am giving you a sneak peek of some things, and we will be starting in just a little bit. We usually have a lot of you joining from all over, which is such a beautiful miracle. It's incredible. We have this global community. Leanne drinking butter pu'er, best. And Julie's drinking Pisces. Elizabeth, Turkish Delight. Andrea's in the desert of Arizona. I love it. Hi, Catherine. Hi, Ashley. Lena. Lena, how do you like the fire tea? I love it. Makes me so happy. It's one of my all-time favorites. Oh, Tina's drinking Rest from the Divine Timing collection. Brianne's in Arkansas drinking Aquamarine Dream, classic. Yes, Alyssa's grounding herself in preparation for the holidays. Drinking Calm in Arkansas, Brenda is. Lisa's drinking Jasmine. Jody is in Texas drinking mint matcha cocoa. How do you like it? Awesome. Marlon's drinking Angel 111 in Rouge River. Ooh, that sounds like a song. Tina's sipping Sagittarius in San Diego. We got a little alliteration going on there. Rena's still drinking my Black Cat Brownie. So yummy. It's so good. Nicole's drinking Divine Timing Balance. Perfect. Christine's drinking Sin Eraser in Washington. Thank you, Pam. Happy holidays. Sarah's drinking 888. Shelly's in Illinois. Lisa's drinking Mango Jasmine in Virginia. Edith is, oh, mint matcha cocoa is so delightful. Yay! Happy Yule, Gail in Moyi Springs, Idaho. Ooh, I was born in Idaho. I haven't heard of Moyi Springs. Kathy's sipping Amethyst. Jody loves the mint matcha. Kristen is Queen of Cups here in Yellow Springs, Ohio. Amazing. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So we will continue to have more and more people join, but I'm going to go ahead and get started. As a reminder, we do Magic Monday. Why? Because we need a moment of reprieve, a moment of relaxation, a moment of reminding us what is good, right, and light in the world, which is tea, wellness, self-care, connection, taking mindful moments for yourself, and really building your nervous system to handle the world at large through these restorative processes like taking tea and having a mindfulness practice, a ritual. And so tonight, I'm going to give you guys a ritual for the solstice. Even though we had it a couple days ago, I want to remind you that, or was it yesterday? Was it the 21st or 20th? Anyway, I want to remind you to do this ritual this week. I hope you can, because what we're releasing won't come back to us if we can release it with this beautiful ritual. I did it on December 16th, the day before my birthday, and it showed me something that I wasn't willing to face. And when I released it on the 16th, miracle upon miracle upon miracle upon miracle happened. And this was something that I'd been holding on for 7 years. And I closed the loop on it. And what happened was I just had an influx of new energy, miracles, positive things happened to me. And so I want to share that with you tonight, okay? And so if you want to grab a piece of paper or grab your journal or take notes so that you can do this ritual later. But it transformed me since December 16th, and today's the 22nd. So it's been, 5 days, 6 days, and I have noticed added energy. I've noticed added clarity. I've noticed stability in myself. I've noticed a new level and depth of strength, which I know that we all are looking for in our lives, as well as a sense of calm and peace. And so I did have some hardships happen after I did the alignment ritual, but I think those hardships happened for me, not to me. Okay. All right, so it is 5:33. What we're going to do now is we're going to enter the realm of tea. And after that, when I'm going to do the ritual with you while I'm doing my tea ceremony. And then after that, we'll do our weekly reading. And going into the holidays, I may do a multi-card reading. Normally I'll do one card. Then we'll do our angel cards. Then I have quite a substantial giveaway that I'm excited about. Don't expect it to ship before Christmas because the crew is just wrapping everything up right now, and then everyone's leaving on Thursday for Christmas, or on Wednesday afternoon for Christmas, and they won't be back until Monday, so the 29th, I believe. So just note that whatever you're ordering right now will reach you after Christmas unless you do overnight shipping. All right, which is expensive. But what I'm doing, because I do my shopping last minute, is I'm ordering stuff for people, printing it out and putting it in a pretty box because it's definitely getting there after Christmas. There's no way this entrepreneur mom, single mom again, can possibly get everything to everybody before Christmas. So there you have it, my truth of truths. All right, so I am drinking Ruby Moon tonight, and I'm gonna go sit down and start the ceremony. And I'm very excited to drink Ruby Moon. It's such a potent, oh, and I have a sneak peek tonight too. I'm gonna add that in. I have a sneak peek of next year's, which is next week, next year's membership for the monthly magic. Very, very excited about it. Okay, so, oh good, Catherine. All right, so I set up a little solstice tea ceremony setup. So I'm going to sit over here in my red velvet pants, very holiday. All right, join me in just settling in. Join me in welcoming presence, welcoming the breath. This is my Ruby Moon, one of my all-time favorites. I've been blending this tea for 26 years, believe it or not. It's one of my oldest formulas. And then I'm going to take my kettle and pour the water. And as the water steeps the tea, the actual herbs and flowers and fruits, I'm gonna get my mindful minutes timer and put that there. All right, I invite you to settle in. I invite you to relax. I invite you to breathe. I invite you to feel what it feels like to be held by gravity. I invite you to feel what it feels like to breathe air and feel your lungs filling with oxygen and deflating, expanding and releasing. Go ahead and expand your breath. Breathe in as much as you possibly can and really give yourself a Buddha belly. Give yourself an energy of expansion in your whole torso, your chest, your whole breast area, your diaphragm, into the liver, the pancreas, the belly, the stomach, the intestines. Just fill your lungs all the way to the bottom with oxygen, and then release from the nose. And then we're going to sip more air, and as much air as you can hold is how much blessing you're willing to take in tonight. So let's go ahead and inhale, sipping air, expanding our chest, sticking out our Buddha belly, expanding our diaphragm, And now exhale slowly through the nose, slowly deflating and contracting. And now inhale again through the mouth. Sip all the goodness and potentiality that is in the field around you. Fill your chest, fill your belly. Hold, hold, hold. And now slowly exhale through the nose. And now settle in. Feel the quality of what it feels like to breathe intentionally. Feel what it feels like in your body now. Do you notice a difference from when we started to now? Usually you'll have endorphins that have been released. You'll have some relaxed energy in the chest. You might get a little oxytocin, a little of that energy of being hugged or hugging, because your lats, your whole area here and your vagus nerve, everything starts to get activated with intentional breathing and expansion. And now I'm going to pour my tea. Now bring your cup to your chest, left hand under the teacup, right hand around it. And if you don't have a magic hour tea bowl yet, you might not realize, but the bowl has grooves for your fingers so that you can feel the comfort of fitting, being fit, being warm, having grooves for your fingers where it's like hand in glove, sort of like when you cuddle with the kitties or the babies or your soulmate. You just feel like everything fits. And just relax as you hold your cup. Tea ceremony opens the heart channel, lowers blood pressure, lowers stress, lowers cortisol. Feel what it feels like to relax into the knowing that the only thing you have to focus on right now is the cup in your hands and the breath that you're breathing, or that's breathing you. And now sip your tea slowly, tasting in the front of the tongue, the sides of the tongue, the middle of the tongue, and the back of the tongue, so you get the full olfactory experience. So good. And now feel what your body feels like with the warm tea, the comfort of holding your cup, oxygenated cells in your body from breathing. And now enter the realm of your heart, visualizing your chest area, a glowing ruby red, and visualize it vital, generative, enriched. And now feel yourself generate gratitude. Think of one thing you're super, super grateful for, or someone. I'm going to visualize my kittens that are almost adults. And then feel what it feels like in your heart when you activate that appreciation or gratitude. Feel what it does in your heart, to your heart, generating gratitude. Gratitude is the glue that binds us to the goodness of life. It attaches us to the benefits of love. It orchestrates and organizes our lives to have more of what we are grateful for. Allowing yourself to feel that gratitude. Fill your heart and your cells. It's the ultimate healer, the ultimate. And sip to that. I'm going to sip to that. Okay. Now that we're here and we're present, I'm going to go ahead and give you guys the ritual, the exercise. And like I said, this was very effective for me. All right, so get your piece of paper or your journal, or you can make these notes in your or you can make these notes in your phone if you have your notes app open. Okay, so I want you to choose one thing that you're leaving in 2025. And trust me, there are quite a few things I want to leave in 2025, but I left one thing. And I did this ritual, like I said, on the 16th, the day before my birthday, and it was very impactful. And so go ahead and take out your pen or pencil, and here's what you're going to write. I release what doesn't choose me. I release what doesn't choose me. Okay. So now I want you to think about something that, or someone, or a situation that hasn't chosen you, or that you haven't had the experience of full integration with or energy with, okay? Because sometimes we reach for things and then we feel disappointed when those things don't choose us back, okay? And it's not that we're choosing the wrong things. It's that we might be choosing the unaligned manifestation of that thing, okay? So for me, it was a crush I had to let go of forever. And it was like a childhood thing. It was like me and my childlike nature having this fantasy. It was like I released a fantasy, like the storybook fantasy, the Disney princess fantasy. And so it was a lot of, it was definitely a growing up moment. So I release what doesn't choose me. Now what I want you to do is I want you to list all the things that this thing has cost you. So maybe you waited for like a job offer that didn't come, or you wanted to write a book but you really actually don't really want to write a book, or you thought you would become a painter but you didn't become a painter, but you're still pining over visualizing being a painter, or you wanted that house and you're still somehow clinging to it, or you wanted that marriage and it didn't work out and you're still clinging to it. Whatever it is, I want you to write down everything, that fantasy or whatever it was that didn't choose you back. I want you to write down everything it cost you. Yeah, right? Work stress costs you time, energy, joy, life force, right? Yes, Donna, that's great. I release fear moving forward. I embrace growth. So what are all these things? What did this cost you? And what was the fear about? Okay, so it's really important that we get specific with this, because you're going to write this down and you're going to tear it up, but take an inventory of everything it cost you. Okay, so for me, that energy, that fantasy cost me time. It cost me my attention span. It cost me my energy. It cost me missed opportunities, right? It cost me my creativity. because I wasn't working on my book. I was in the fantasy land working on other things because I wasn't grounded. So what did this thing cost you? And now at the very bottom of your inventory, I want you to write, my self-worth is not negotiable. Okay. If it doesn't choose me, then I'm putting my self-worth into something that isn't reciprocal or isn't choosing, right? So if I want to write this novel that I've had the second draft of for 7 years on my laptop, if I want to write this, but I don't feel inspired by it, I've got to let it go. Okay, so whatever it is, maybe we have a fantasy of being a writer, maybe we have a fantasy of being a fashionista, maybe we have a fantasy of being, the beloved of, or maybe we have a fantasy of this or that, maybe whatever it is, that energy of us putting our energy into it, when we take that energy back, all sorts of things can happen, right? And we call it this in tea ceremony, I teach the leaky cup, right? The leaky vessel. So if we say, I want to be abundant and I want to, start a business, but then we're still fantasizing about being a writer, even though that fantasy, we haven't actually executed on it. If you want to be a writer, you will write. If you want to be a painter, you will learn to paint. If you want to be a musician, you will learn to be a musician. But if you're not, then that's costing you, right? So you got to let this shit go. And what happens from there is you might actually become the writer. You might actually become the musician. It's the fantasy of it that's holding you back from the reality of it, right? The energy you're putting into it is actually costing you the energy you could be doing it, okay? So there's a fantasy field and then there's an action field. And so often, my old therapist used to say, who I did EMDR with for years, he used to say, you're addicted to the wishing of having time to write, but you don't make the time to write. I'd be like, you got me. Maybe I don't want to write that project, but I had the fantasy of being a novelist. So whatever it is, yeah. Oh, thanks, Wendy. Yeah, I actually did do something different. I'll tell you. So, okay. Good, Jessica. All right. So that's the ritual for tonight. So does anybody want to share? Yeah, it's a profound thing. So what I did on the 16th when I did this ritual is I wrote, I release what doesn't choose me. And then I wrote all the things that it cost me to have the fantasy, right? I had this fantasy and it cost me all this. Then at the bottom, I wrote, my worth is not negotiable. And then I ripped it up into little pieces. And each time I ripped it, I said, I release what doesn't choose me. My worth is not negotiable. I release what doesn't choose me. My worth is not negotiable. And I did that over and over. Then I took a big bowl, and I'm going to tell you, don't do this. I mean, you can do it more safely. And then I started burning the little pieces of paper and repeating, I release what doesn't choose me. My self-worth is not negotiable. And I was burning little pieces on my altar right there. And suddenly, I didn't realize, but the fire alarm goes off, and Mia had her finals that day, and she opens the door from upstairs and yells at me, Mom, are you doing another ritual? You always set off the fire alarm. And I was like, oh my God, that's so me. And so I was like, I release what doesn't choose me. My worth is not negotiable. Anyway, so that was my ritual. Okay, and on to the reading. So I hope that's helpful. I hope it's useful. I'm your spiritual guinea pig, as you know, and I will be transparent with you until the day I leave this planet. Oh, geez. Okay. Whole bunch of cards wanted to come forward. Hold on. Here we go. All right. So I'm going to choose the cards that will serve our collective, our group the most. I'm going to do a 3-card draw, and okay. Then I'm going to pull an angel card. Okay. Oh, that is so stinking sweet. Okay. Action. The situation card is going with the flow. The action card is harmony, harmonizing with the flow. The outcome card is adventure. And look, the angel card is adventure. Is that amazing? Oh my God. So hopefully this ritual will help you go with the flow more. And over these holidays, just go with the flow. Let people do their thing. Yeah, a lot of water. And then harmonize. Master the energy of going with the flow. This is the harmonization, the 10. And then adventure is the rainbows and adventure. So the outcome will be enjoy the adventure. Your inner child is in the flow. You are in the flow. This ritual is powerful. It helped me so much. And so what a reading. Oh my God. Yeah. Oh, good, Athena. Oh, good. Yes. Okay. So water and rainbows. All right. So that's the reading for today. It's 555 here on the West Coast. All right. So I have a sneak peek for you guys before I do the giveaway. And it is next year's membership teas. And next year is next week, pretty much. So if you are a member of the Monthly Magic box, you will get these. If you're not a member, you can sign up on the website. But wait to sign up until a few days, because I think there's something we have to do for it. But anyway, so next year's theme, da-ta-da, is teas of the Divine Feminine. And they are all based on goddesses, and it's called She Rises. So if you were a part of the She Rises workshop I did with Athena at Sage Goddess, my son's girlfriend, who I adore as if she were my own daughter, illustrated these by hand. And this is Skadi, the sovereign. Skadi, she's a Norse goddess who accidentally married the wrong person. And he was the god of the ocean, but she was a mountain goddess. And she was really sad at the ocean. She didn't want to be there anymore. So she left him and went back to the mountains and lived sovereign the rest of her life. And for those of you who know, I divorced my mate this year, and all that is final now. And so I felt like, you know, not only was she good for the wolf moon in January, but she's good for January in a 1 year, in the year of the horse, as we go into 2026, to claim our sovereignty, to claim our bigness, to claim our true desires, to claim our creativity, our uniqueness, our individuality, to become sovereign in our hopes and dreams, and not necessarily have them merged with other people's all the time. We can merge dreams, but we need to have our own. We need to fulfill ourselves. We need to focus on what's sovereign in us. And I'm good friends with my former husband. I wouldn't do it any other way. And we were laughing yesterday or the day before. I was like, he was stressing over something, and I was like, oh my God, our whole marriage, I thought I was the stressor, and I was like, it was actually you. I was like, now I know, because I'm sovereign, that it's not me. I don't stress as much as you. Anyway, we were laughing. So anyway, so that's January, and then we've got Aphrodite. She's experiencing self-love. She's born into self-love, and so beautiful. These blends are gorgeous. This is a Pu'er berry immunity blend that's divine. It's so delicious. This is a white rose Damiana extravaganza. It's delicious. And then for March, we have Persephone. This is a gorgeous pomegranate tea, of course, for Persephone. Look at those gorgeous. So anyway, this is a sneak peek, and Juliana designed these and drew them with her heart and soul. She is such a beloved, my son's girlfriend, and I love her so much as if she were my daughter. So here we are. That's a sneak peek of next year's monthly magic. It's very exciting. And if you know someone who could use some goddess energy, each class for next year is going to be based on the theme of the goddess and what she symbolizes in our archetypal nature. And so it's going to be really, really potent. Okay, the giveaway. Oh, I know you guys are all waiting for this. It is so heavy. I picked this one out today, and this is the new bundle of all of the elements: earth, air, water, fire. And this is the full size jars. This weighs a lot. And this is all the beautiful elements. And Juliana designed this packaging too. She's a rock star, my darling girl. Okay, so this is a fabulous giveaway. I think it's about a $250 giveaway. And Merry Christmas. Okay, so I'm gonna pick the winner because I know it's getting late. It's 6. I gotta make dinner for Mia. And let me go here. And I gotta do this. Okay, so who is going to win this fabulous solstice gift? And who is going to be able to bring the most joy to herself or himself and others with this gift at this particular time? And you gotta say, I want it. You gotta say, I claim it. You gotta say, it's mine. You gotta say, I manifest it, or I align to it, and there. Natalie Ruiz Cortez. Natalie Ruiz Cortez. Are you here, darling? Yay! You won. Congratulations, lovey. It's a great gift and lots of tea. And yeah, congratulations. That's awesome. So Natalie, email ashley@clubmagichour.com with your address, and she will get this processed for you through shipping so that it can get sent out. Probably is going to get sent out after Christmas, but it will get sent out. And let's just look at our beautiful reading again. What a gorgeous reading. And what an amazing ritual you guys can do now that I shared my ritual with you. And it does help you go with the flow and find the adventure in life. As long as you release things that are not choosing you back, then suddenly you have all your energy. It just goes, all your energy comes back, and you're capable of so much more. Okay, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. I love you all. I love you. I'll see you next Monday night, and I hope your holidays are bright. Check me out on social media. I'll be posting my learnings for the end of 2025, and as a businesswoman, mother, and all the things. I have a lot of stuff to say. Okay. I love you guys. I will see you very soon. Okay, bye.